The Zacks rank, value, momentum, growth, and income all factor into Zacks rank buys.
We have a couple of new momentum stocks that we want to make you aware of. They both have a style score of A, and our momentum strategist Dave Bartosiak is here now with more. And these are a couple of stocks in a couple of interesting industries, really. One's a casino owner and operator.
Yeah, if you feel like rolling the dice, you could do worse than this one. This is Isle of Capri. So they are, like you mentioned, Zacks rank #1 strong buy, carrying that momentum style score of A. We've recently made that change to the website. You'll see, the Zacks rank, and then below that, growth, value, and momentum style scores. So without getting into the nitty gritty right now, you want to see that momentum of A because it tells you that recently it's had some price strength relative to the rest of the industry, and there have been earnings estimate revisions to the upside. So that's what we're looking at here. They operate casinos, and I think there's a cruise ship that has a casino on it that they operate as well.
Floating casino.
Floating casino, that's right, like out in Elgin, right? Although I think they go to nicer places than Elgin. Nothing against Elgin, but it's not exactly the Isle of Capri, right? So one thing I want to take a look at is their margins have increased 200 bips from last year to this year. So that's basically like a 2% increase, which is great. And if they can continue to do that over the course of the next year, I think you're going to see some even more positive news out of the stock. But taking a look at the stock chart right now, we can see it's been on a heck of a run. If you go to mid-October, the stock's at like $7. It's been on a pretty good rally here. It's all the way up to $20. A few of the technical indicators have shown us it's getting a little bit overbought here. So one of the things I look at, that commodity channel index, it's up over 100. Anything over 100 is overbought. When it gets over 200, it's kind of extremely overbought. So it spiked up above 200 when shares reached nearly $20. But we had some decent volume when that happened too. So if you get the volume along with the stock running up, you're gonna see things like this. So it may be a little bit pricey, but I think it could just be a pause before it pushes even higher. So that's Isle of Capri. That's the first one.
What's a BIP?
A BIP is 100th of a percent.
Oh, okay. I thought that was some newfangled technical term that you just sprung on.
No, not quite. BIPs. BIPs, and then PIPs, and BIPs and PIPs, and
Okay. I'm not going to go any further than that. This other momentum stock is a managed care and related services company.
Right, so Centene. So, I mean, you wouldn't even be, it doesn't sound that exciting, right? It's like, oh, managed care. It's
depends on what the related services are.
Right. Well, I think this is, mostly for, Medicaid benefits and Social Security benefits, things like that. So it's not that exciting, but they do provide, healthcare benefits kind of on with facilities and such. So they increased their 2015 outlook, which is great. So they raised that guidance to the top end of the range. So now they're looking at between 270 and 282 per share. That came on the heels of a great quarterly report just about a month ago, and they also think that margins are going to go up next year, so they'll be making more money on more revenues. So that's why the bump in the guidance. And if you take a look at the stock chart here, the similar story to what we had previously, where we kind of bottomed out, mid-October. A lot of stocks have done that. When the market bottomed out, things got a little hairy in 2014. Since then, it's doubled, so going from a $40 stock all the way up to nearly an $80 stock. But a decent pattern here where it broke through previous resistance that we saw towards the end of April, rallied up through there. Volumes have been increasing also, a little bit overbought, but that's to be expected, I think, in a market like this, and a stock that has seen that.
All right. Own either one?
Neither one.
All right. Check out some more stock picks, stock picking strategies, and other interesting stock information on our website, Zacks.com. You can link to it all off the homepage. With Dave, I'm Terry Ruffalo.